All right, we live. What's going on to let these people be in the room? I see y'all coming in. I'm streaming from my tablet because I'm moving around doing other things. But let me let other people know that we're streaming right now. We gonna talk about something else with Kobe Bryant. I'm not in my studio right now, but we got to talk about it. So let me get other people involved with this. I'm pretty sure you heard some of the other development. So let me share this with the people. Just give me a second. Get the people all in here. All right. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to get in. Yeah, we're gonna play that. I got that queued up. I got that straight queued up. We're gonna talk about her lying white supremacist self. We're gonna talk about this, the media and why black media is important. If black media isn't important, today would be the day to prove to you why it's important. Well, shout out to everybody that's coming in. Like I said, I'll give you guys another minute or so as I get things together. All right. That's that. But it's a very sad thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very, very sad thing to, hear with this brother. And we got enough people in here. So, those of you, who coming in, or maybe some of you new, never came here before, what's going on? We're gonna talk about definitely this situation with Kobe Bryant. So we made a video at the time prior to the news that Kobe Bryant's daughter was also in the plane itself. His daughter, 13 years old, Gianna. And I didn't want to say anything until it was confirmed. So it has been confirmed. So not only Kobe Bryant isn't here anymore with us, but now his daughter isn't here anymore at all. And that just made me feel even more horrible because I will see videos all the time where Kobe is teaching his daughter things about the game. He's at his daughter's basketball games and just being a great involved father. And that is something that, they lie and say black men aren't with fathers with their children, but that's a lie. If you went to Kobe Bryant's Instagram, you've seen that. He was always with his family. They were close. But while this man and his daughter haven't even had a proper burial, they haven't even had, the news haven't even been 12 hours yet. Right on cue, the white supremacists in the media jumped on it. The first thing they start doing is talking about that old case from back in the day that he was never convicted of or anything. They don't do this when these white guys die, but they wait till a black man die, and they just jumped on that. MSNBC and CNN. Yes, I know Fox talked about it as well, but we expect that from Fox News. Supposedly MSNBC and CNN supposed to be liberal. They supposed to be the black person's friends, but when things like this happen, they expose themselves. They exposing their white supremacist mentality today. Have you thought about his wife? Have you thought about his family? Her family? Like, the wife lost 2 people today. I mean, I couldn't even imagine losing my wife and my daughter in the same day. I couldn't even imagine that. I would be just so numb. I just couldn't feel anything. But when I told you that these people, no matter who you are, whether it's you a homeless person on the street, all the way up to a president of the United States, they hate us, man. They hate us and they show it. My thing is, I pay attention to your actions, not your words. Your actions with your words is what I'm looking at too. Thank you, Silent D Productions, for supporting the show. I'm looking at that. Now, Jeffrey Epstein, one person mentioned him. They don't talk about Jeffrey Epstein as much. And he was a bona fide child predator. But the moment Kobe Bryant get in the ground, thank you, Revamp, for your support. You want to do this to this brother. Well, he ain't even have time. His daughter hasn't even had time to have a proper service. I mean, his wife got to put together a funeral for her child and her husband. And while you should be just reporting it, trying to figure out what happened with the situation, you had a woman on MSNBC, supposedly liberal Democrat MSNBC today. She was reporting on the news, and everybody getting on Allison Morris. And I'm gonna key this up. If you haven't heard it, well, let me let you play. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna let you hear this yourself, and then I'm gonna read her response. Give me a second. Hold on. You can hear it.
Like the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us for kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us for.
She clearly said Los Angeles N-words. Now let me read you what her response was to that. And everybody heard it. Everybody, right? Well, shout out to Black Freedom for joining us and to becoming a new YouTube channel member. Shout out to you. Thank you for that. All right, so she wrote earlier today while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant passing, I unfortunately studied on air combining the names of the Knicks, the New York Knicks basketball team, and the Lakers to say knackers. Please know I did not and would never use a racist term. I apologize for the confusion this caused. Hold on. I retweeted her and I said, you're such a liar. Let's play it again.
Like the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us for.
Did that sound like knackers to you? Hey, if it sounds like knackers to you, press 1. If it sounds like the N-word, press 2. Jamar, thank you, brother, for supporting the show. Press 1 if it sounds like knackers. Press 2 if it sounds like the N-word. Let's see if people agree with that. Everybody pressing 2 right now. I'm looking at it. It's 2s all over the place. So since you heard it more than once, you heard this, she's trying to save face. Everybody's getting, let me tell you what her Twitter handle is too. Everybody need to give her that work. It's at Allison, Alison Morris, MorrisNow at Twitter. Yeah, and same thing on Instagram. Everybody getting at her. Funbox Phillip, thank you. Yeah, she needs to go. But see, we have to understand something. And it, like I said, the passing of Kobe Bryant is hard. It's hard. Like I said earlier, Nipsey Hussle, Jamel, thank you for becoming a new YouTube channel member. Thank you. Infinite Affinity, thank you for supporting the show. They expose themselves every time. And when I say the things that I'm saying, they hate us. It's not that I'm just saying it just to be fly or to try to sound so rah-rah pro-black. No, I'm looking at their actions. I'm looking at what's happened over 400 years. I'm looking at what they do today. I don't have to go back 400 years to talk about what they're doing. Everescent, thank you. You say thank you for speaking on this. Yeah, it's extremely disrespectful. But see, this is how they feel about us. They don't respect us at all. Like Rodney Dangerfield would say, no respect. Kevin Davis, thank you for becoming a YouTube channel member. No respect. And that's been the story of Black America. No respect. Harlem World Boy, thank you, for support. You said she knew what she was saying. Exactly. No respect at all. That's our story in America. Like Rodney Dangerfield. Don, a.k.a. the Don JP, thank you for becoming a YouTube channel member. Anyway, so as we continue to look at this, CNN was bringing up that old case. The Democrat, party's network. MSNBC, they bringing it up. And then you having this woman saying the N-word. This is why black media is important, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. It's important because they are on tune with racism, white supremacy. When some of y'all say, we need to send this video to CNN, we need to send it. Why do you need to send it? When you got people like that working over there, where Allison's working, why do we need to send anything to them? You got enough black people now that's doing this. Gary Mack, thank you, brother. We have too many doing it. You have a lot of people. I don't have to do a story. Somebody else can do it. Black Freedom, thank you for super chat. Somebody else can do it. You don't have to like me or whatever how I do it. But send it to somebody. None of these things need to go through them. They don't like us like that. This man ain't been in the ground and you being disrespectful. And you know what? They wouldn't allow you or anybody else to be doing that to their people, but when it comes to us, they do it. And this is a time that black Americans need to stand up against the white supremacists in the media. This is a time. because now they open the lane for that. How dare you sit up there and say that mess? See, this is why I said to her in a tweet. I say, see, don't say it was a slip of the tongue. No, this is what you say in your house. You say that in your house about black folk. And when you, like you used to say a long time ago when I was a kid, you know, a kid would cuss and they're like, oh, I slipped. They say, no, you didn't slip. This is something you say all the time. You just don't say it around here. Chemo, thank you. That chick, Chanel, thank you for coming YouTube channel member. You say it in your house all the time. Emmanuel, thank you. You say it and it come out your mouth in relation to a black man. I know what you say in your house. See, I'm not these other black folk. I know you. Just as much as I know black folk. I know you and them. I study it. It's my job. I know how you talk about us in your house. I know you'll be in public and smile in our face and then calling us the exact same thing an alt-right member will call us. At least, see, what I tell y'all, what I respect about an alt-right or KKK, at least they're upfront with theirs. They're upfront with it. You smile in black folks' face. You say it's things like, oh, disadvantaged communities and people of color, but then we say we want reparations and a black agenda. You go to your house and say, who them N-words think they is? I mean, man, we at least stand up for them. We say things are racist. You understand? Go back to the messages of Malcolm X. How many times he talked about the liberal? He pegged them very well back then. And smiling in your face and stabbing your back is the worst. I'd rather my enemy look me in the eye. I can respect that. But they can't wait to... See, the thing is, they were jealous of Kobe Bryant. Let's talk about that. They were jealous of him. This man's net worth was $500 million. They were jealous of that. And he came out of high school and went to the NBA. It was Kobe Bryant, people like Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, brothers like that. Came out of high school dominating in the NBA. They passed up their collegiate system so they can make all the money off those brothers in the college level off of merchandise, video games, whatever, and they don't get a dime. Then they would go to the NBA. So Kobe and LeBron, etc., say, man, forget that. I'm going straight to the league. And they dominated. LeBron's still doing his thing. LeBron just recently passed up Kobe Bryant's scoring record. And Kobe, being a stand-up brother that he is, he shouted him out. He said, man, hey, you keeping it going. He gave him congratulations. He wasn't hating about anything. Anytime you're successful, they are so jealous. Let me tell you what success do for you as black folk in America. When you are successful, like a Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, you could be a Robert Smith, you could be a Bob Johnson, anybody successful like that, they can't stand that because, see, they told the world that you're lazy. They told the world that you're good for nothing, that you can't do anything without them. But then you take in a system that sabotaged you every single day. It seeks to sabotage you, and you make it anyway. You become something anyway. We are the most resilient people on the planet Earth due to what we have lived through. You understand? We are extremely resilient people. This is why I don't accept talking from black people to say we're so poor, we don't have anything, we're so poor, because I know my people and what they're capable of. Poverty is not nothing that stay with you. Determination, plans, and saying I'm not going to be staying down is the thing that's going to get me to keep going. It sickens me to the core because I come from a people that where I was grew up as black folks. Yeah, we may not have much, but we're going to work toward and get it. We're going to go get it. We are the hustlers. We have involuntarily built America. So why is it I can't do nothing else for myself? That's why y'all can't tell me about you so poor and you don't have anything and pole mouthing. No, you got it. You just don't apply your money right and you're not putting a plan in place to do different things. Nothing can hold you back. And when they see black folks like that, they hate it. Then why do you think the white supremacists are celebrating the death of Kobe Bryant? They're celebrating. I've seen those videos. Happy that Kobe Bryant died. Matter of fact, let me cue up this one video and I'll let you hear exactly what one of them said about Kobe Bryant. I mean, just happy. I mean, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let me pull this up. Just give me 2 seconds to pull this up, and because we gonna talk about these folks. Hold on. Here you go. This is another one.
There's always a lot of like pain in the world. There's always a bunch of terrible stories. Every once in a while, there's a good story. Good story comes out. The guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is a god. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have picked that chicken Denver if he'd stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's like, as I know, there's always a lot of like pain in the world.
And this is the guy. I want to make sure I show you. This is the guy that we playing. I want to make sure this is the guy that's, you know, they celebrating this man's death. See, look, hold on, look at the picture. He laughing about it, ladies and gentlemen. He laughing. And you see why I talk about racism and white supremacy all the time. Do you see? That's why I talk about it. How can I not talk about it? Black people ain't making even videos about Jeffrey Epstein. We not even laughing about that. We don't even be bothered with them like that. What they do is what they do. Young brothers can't even grow hair out their head. You want to suspend them from school? That young brother had to withdraw from that school district to go to another one. Micromanaging our body, trying to micromanage our money. Oh, what are you gonna do with that money? Always asking what's going on with us. But yeah, they celebrating, calling us N-words. This is why we have to stick together on a whole lot of things. Put our differences to the side. Like I said, we have to create our own schools. Because look what happened to our young brother. Look, media. Let me tell you guys something. Media is extremely important. You know how much money they spend on media? Why? Because it is getting to the minds of the people. And whoever control the mind, control the people. That's why they spend a lot of money. That's why it takes so much money to really be in media. And you are the people they're going after. You understand? See, what they want you to think about Kobe Bryant is what they say about him. We have to be in control of the narratives when it comes to our community. We have to be in control. You and me. We put out the stories. We don't listen to nobody else about us except through us. And if we are wrong or one of us are wrong, we can debate that. That's fine. But we must stay in control. Gone should be the days. Thank you, Joshua, for becoming a YouTube channel member. Gone should be the days. Are we looking to them to give any kind of commentary on what we got going on as a people? We are the ones that need to stay on MSNBC and CNN and whoever else talking. We need to stay on their necks about this. You don't disrespect this brother. Whatever he is or wherever he was, don't care about that. I can care less. I can care less. All I care about is you're not going to disrespect that child. His daughter died too. Understand? A 13-year-old girl died today as well. And then the first thing you're going to get on MSNBC and say Los Angeles N-words, because that's what you say in your house. Because you're mad to watch black men run up and down that court because your men can't compete. And the only reason your men is in control because they keep it that way. Because really that league wouldn't even have your men in there. Because really it shouldn't, because it's nothing but black men. Same thing with the NFL. Black men. They systemically keep black coaches out of it. Because they can't, listen, I always said this. You could break the NFL and the NBA tomorrow if the black players just say, you know what, I'm not playing. That's the end of it. Your league is done. This is why I talk the way I talk about certain things. When it comes to having our Africa playing and all that. I'm not saying that to be fly. I'm not saying that to be a trend. What I'm saying is we will never get any respect in America. Don't expect it. We will never get respect. It won't happen. We have to respect ourselves. We have to come together as one people. Do everything for self. Listen, if just a minimum amount of us will come together, we can do some things. Give an example. Let's start something. We talk about how the banks discriminate against us with loans, with everything. Okay, since you know the information, I'm a person say, what's the solution to that? What if we Wild idea. But you got to trust black people. Before I get to this wild idea, you got to trust black people. You have no trust for black people. How is it you trust people who have enslaved you for over 400 years, and yes, they're still enslaving you now? We say, no, you're not. Yes, you are in prison. According to the 13th Amendment, they still can enslave you. So yes, we've been dealing with slavery all the way up to 2020. Look at Parchment Prison. That's slavery. We have to stop thinking with the mind of the white supremacists, because we have a lot of the white supremacist mind in our mind and in our hearts. I ain't trusting her. I ain't trusting him. Don't want to work together. Brothers, you're supposed to be the leaders in the community, that you can't come together. No, we all are different, and we all have different opinions. But what can we agree on? That's what we need to join together about and fix. But what if black people, let's say, what if 30,000 black people could say in each city, each town, you know what? I need to commit to my community for a change. And we need to do something for everybody in our community, because these folks are not going to save us. I need my mathematicians to do something for me. If 30,000 people would give $100 per month, they say, you know what, I'm going to commit to that. $100 per month, 30,000 people. How much money is that in that 1 month? I'm looking for the mathematicians. How much money is that? You tell me. 30,000 black people would give $100 in a month. How much money it comes out to? Uh-oh. The mathematicians are coming out. Some right, some wrong, but I'm gonna let y'all answer it. Okay, all right. Now imagine, y'all got the answer. Now imagine you have $3 million a month to work with for the community. Do you know how many schools you could build with that? Do you know how much capital we could give to our businesses and our communities? We could buy up the communities. We could do so much with that kind of money. And we wouldn't have to beg them for nothing. That's the thing. Until we realize that we are all we have in America. We all we have. We can't go to their banks because they're going to sabotage that. We are all we have. We could build whatever we want to build. Think about that. $3 million a month with the community. That's group economics. That's what Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about, what I just said. You mean to tell me we can get 30,000 people or 10,000 people in each city that can do that? And you look at, and you do some research, and you find out how many black children are in a particular public school. And you build a school that can fit that many children or more. Bring in our great scholars that have successful schools now and replicate what they're doing. That way you have money for the teachers, you have money for maintenance, you have money for everything you need to run these schools. Because I believe if you're going to build a school, you need to find the experts who already done it already and put the money behind them. And put the money behind architects and lawyers and accountants and all that to make sure things are running right. We can do whatever we need to do for ourselves. Same thing with our own media. The people support black media. You have to look at the media that we're doing now. You have MSNBC saying what you heard the woman say, and then gonna sit up here and go lie and say I said knackers. That's what I said. I didn't say the N-word. What I'm saying is we need to put that together. We need to put it together where people in different, cities can do that. And if you want to do that, and of course somebody gonna come in and say something stupid, but we are all we have. Like I believe that we shouldn't go ask these people for nothing. We should have our own communities closed off. Yeah, you see how much that would be in a year, right? Look at how much we could do. We could even send our kids to college off of that kind of money for free. Our kids that don't have a whole lot, we can send them that. We can create jobs that way. I'm just saying that we are all we have, ladies and gentlemen, because we depend on them for media. and we depend on them for education. Malcolm X said only a fool will send your kids to be educated by those who are be white supremacists. Only a fool. And we have been fools. And this is why our kids are told they can't graduate because of their hair, or why our kids are school to prison pipeline, or in media. We have, since we don't have a true BET anymore, we got to put up with the trash that Viacom has under the name of BET. We dealing with racists in the media who sit up here clearly saying Los Angeles N-words on live TV. This should be a call of action for us to do for ourselves in every single area. Kobe Bryant, that brother should be respected. And this ain't the time to be saying some things about him. Whatever it may be, it's not the time for that. Let the family at least mourn. Let the family rest. And with that kind of funds, we can also make connections on the continent and actually get a foothold. Because when some of you complain, even about the continent, the Chinese and whoever else, well, they coming in with money. So we come in as African Americans with money and set up businesses and set up shop and do everything. Now we got access to do what we need to do. But who can stop you today? I mean, really, if you think about it, if you don't go through them now somebody say, well, Phil, we do that, then they won't really try to attack it. Well, yeah, but they're attacking you now and you ain't doing crap. I can understand we wasn't doing nothing, we being left alone. King and King, thank you for becoming a YouTube channel member. I can understand that, but we're being attacked and we're not doing anything. We can build, like you say, some of you say, well, we can build things right here. We could. You're right. We sure could. I'm a firm believer of build something here in America and build something in Africa. I'm a firm believer of that. We can literally build our own communities all over again, like Black Wall Street. We could actually do it, but it's going to take our money to do it. We can't go to no a bank to ask them for anything. They don't want us to have nothing. They don't want us to have land. They don't want to have no. So until we ready to improve, to even start off small, like with our media platforms, all of the people that you support, that you watch, I always tell you, support them, because if you don't support them, one day they may be gone. Look at Kobe Bryant. We would have never thought today that Kobe Bryant will be seeing on the news his name coming across things saying that he died. I was so shocked. I said, wait a minute, no. This a hoax or what? I couldn't believe it. Then the circumstances of them flying into fog. Why do we do that? Why did the pilot even do that? That doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of questions about that. From what I was hearing, and we'll look more into it, they really didn't have a clearance to be flying. And that's why, certain rules are in place for a reason. And one thing I don't play with if they say we need to wait to fly, you wait. I remember one point in time I used to work on the water. And when it get foggy like that, they will tie up and not move. Because you can crash in that fog when you can't see. You can't see anything. They said, yes, 9 people's on the chopper. Yes. But we don't know who the rest of the people are. They haven't identified them. They took a while to come out with his daughter. That video was on excuse me. He said his daughter, not his daughter. I was reading something somebody put. No, see, you got black folks that's in the chat too. That's scary. Lord, that's scary. And I got a whole podcast talking about that. I'm not gonna tell my podcast, but we got some scary black people. They're scared of reality. They're scared of the world around them. Oh Lord, they're scared. I can't live my life scared like that. Sorry, I just can't. Me, I got to keep going. I got to keep moving. And yes, you got to have all the conspiracy theory people coming out. Listen, I would advise y'all, don't do the conspiracy theory videos on YouTube. They already clamped down against conspiracy theory videos. I'm just helping you. So all of a sudden you see something happen, a strike or something on that video, you can't push conspiracy theories on YouTube anymore. At one point in time, they had a whole lane for conspiracy theory. But, it's your page. I'm just trying to help you so you won't get in trouble with YouTube, You say you're an aviation mechanic and have all kind of questions. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm trying to hear the rest of what they're saying with the Transportation Safety Board. Let me see if I can pull up his name. Hold on, because I can't even make a comment on. Oh, maybe I could make a comment. Let me pull up his name. Y'all asked about that dude's name. Hold on. One. Let me see if you can see his name on there. Can you see his name?
Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he'd stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's like
okay. Okay, there you go. Ari Schaefer. Hold on. That name sound like something. That name. What does that name sound like? That the first name, that last name. I'm not gonna say nothing. But what does that name sound like? Yeah. Okay. Somebody getting it. Yeah, there you go. I ain't gotta say it. I'm not saying a word. Everybody else saying it. Because certain people you can't speak on a certain platform. So I'll let y'all say it. Exactly. But they not racist either. That's why I don't focus on nobody's religion. I say white supremacy. That's what I say. You gotta be an evil entity to celebrate the death of someone that didn't do anything to you like that. They don't even be celebrating the deaths of pedophiles. Notice how quiet they got about all them pedophiles in the Gambia. Notice how quiet they didn't say. Mainstream America didn't say nothing about that. Notice that. Oh, they don't talk about that because they protect them. But when it comes to disrespecting Kobe Bryant, that's the first thing they want to do. Laughing about the man and his daughter died. Well, see, that's black folks' problem right there. Oh, you say Joe Rogan's homeboy. Oh, okay. All right. Now 2 and 2 coming together. Now that y'all said that. Well, the problem with black folks, you have put your life in the hands of people that don't like you like that for hundreds of years, and I don't understand that. That comment you made just definitely made sense. You look to them to educate you. You look to them to hopefully feed you. Clothe you, do everything for you. We need to do for ourselves. And you got people coming out here saying, oh, do for self, that don't work. And like, you mean it don't work? It works for everybody else. We the only ones supposed to be depending on them. So we supposed to be depending on them. That's what we supposed to be doing. And how's that worked out for us? And like I said before, you can't politic your way out of white supremacy either. Oh, he said Joe Rogan's best friend. Ah, okay. Well, birds of a feather, right? Birds of a feather flock together. That's usually how it works. They roll in packs. You don't have the rest of them that's just not like that. And then you just have the one guy he's just a racist guy. That's not the way it works. They all have a common bond. They all speak in the same language. Just maybe he's willing to say something more than the other ones. But don't get it twisted. If they roll in with him, I'm going to say you highly suspect, and I'm going to say it's a 99% probability you talk just like him. Skeeter. Rewind the video. Go watch it. We already talked about that. Hold on. Look at this person. What did he do for the black community? I want to know. Who are you talking about? Who you talking about? What did he do for the black community? Please tell me that. I want to hear it. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Kobe? That Aberdon? Who are you talking about? I need to know so I can respond to that. I saw the cartoon. I seen that. I'm not going into that. If I want to talk about conspiracy theory, I do it on the Phil Scott audio experience. I can do that over there. I can't do that here. Okay. This is what you said. What did Kobe do for blacks? What did you do for him? Let's ask you that question. What did you do for him? How do you know what he's doing? You're always trying to say what another black person should be doing for you. That's that old mentality, that old slave-minded mentality that somebody got to do for you. You do for you. You do for your community. You do for people around you. Why somebody always got to be doing something for you? And then you have 9 times out of 10 it's men. You know, it's more men that say that than anybody else. What did he do? What did he do? That's a big problem. We don't have no men anymore looking to another man to do something for you. I don't depend on no man to do something for me. I do for myself. Well, so I don't supposed to be sad that the brother gone? If he did anything else, I enjoyed watching him play ball. I enjoyed that. I ain't expecting Kobe Bryant, nobody doing it for me. I'm so sick of that mentality. What did he do? What did he do for the black community? What are you doing? Because obviously you're not doing crap. Because if people is doing something, don't ask those questions. Think about that. They don't ask no questions. Now, politicians, you could ask that question because they come to you and say, hey, vote for me. And when I get in the office, I'm supposed to do X, Y, Z. That's the only people you can say, what are you doing for me? But somebody else, no. You can't ask that about no other brother or sister what they doing for you. If they choose to do something for you, awesome. Great. But, you know, I'm supporting my brothers or sisters no matter what. You don't know how many businesses that man created and employed people in the community. You don't know. You go to his Instagram and see he was behind sports, helping a lot of kids. He was always helping kids. That's helping them because some kids in our community don't have a father figure. And Kobe was around with those kids. If anything, he done that. He put money behind a lot of youth sports that they need, you know, for our kids. A lot of times sports have gotten a lot of us out the hood. The question is, what you doing? Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. What are you doing for the black community? Don't tell me nothing about what somebody else doing. Because the thing is, when you're not doing nothing, you got all the time in the world to look at what everybody else isn't doing all in your case. People that got something going on don't even have the time to look at you. Don't have the time to ask about you because they're busy. They're busy putting in work. Yeah, pocket watching. Another thing, pocket watching. That man earned every dime he got. Oh, well, they got money. They should be doing this for the black community. No, you should be doing for the black community. All of us should be doing for the black community, not just one person because they got some money. Okay, they got the money. It's a lot of problems that come along with more money. I tell you that much. A lot of problems. But we all should be doing something for the black community. All of us should be rolling our sleeves up and putting in the work. Not one person. So you want one man or woman to sit there and do something for you while you sit back. You should feel ashamed of yourself as a man talking like that. Want to lean on another man or a woman to do something for you. Well, because they got more money. So? It don't stop you from doing nothing in the black community. Maybe more people would help out if more people get involved. You ever thought about that? They feel like they're not the only one. And they can just come in and support something that's already built. Because y'all built it up. And you just need a little money to help it go along. But if you're not building nothing up to help the black community, then what are you talking about? Get sick of that. Always waiting for another man. Do something for the black community. Build it and people support it. Like I say, I'm not the most supported person, but we have built a platform and some people do support us. And then in turn, what's helped us is that now we can start bringing in people to help us because of different things, how it was built here. So that's how it is. You build it, people support it, then you start hiring other black people to do things for you. Putting money in the pockets of black people. That's the part that makes me feel good about my platform now, that we could pay black people to do things for us. That they can get at least something out of us from somebody in their own community. They ain't got to go look at those folks for anything. They can get it from their own. That is to me the most pro-black thing that you could do. They don't put your brothers and sisters in the clutches of these people. But you got to build something. And if you're not going to build it, at least support those who's doing it. If you don't feel like you can do something else. Nothing wrong. Listen, some people got to do the work. Some people got to support. And if you're supporting You know that what you supporting, they're actually doing what they say they're gonna do, then hey, you doing your part. Because it's not for everybody to actually to do something, but everybody can support. Everybody can assist some way, somehow. See, other groups, they understand that. And I don't get mad at other groups for understanding that. I get mad at us for not applying that. Because we need a lot of black media outlets. We just don't need just the people that you may say, oh, this one and that one and that one and this. No, we need more than that. We need a lot of y'all to get involved. It can't just be me. We need a lot of people. Because I don't feel there's no competition or nothing like that for me. I don't feel that. I feel that, hey, I want to see other brothers and sisters rise. Whether you're on the continent, you're in the Caribbean, Afro-Latino, Black American, I want all of us to rise some way, somehow. We need more podcasters. We need more media people that got sense, that's trying to build something to get that message out. Because I can't do every news story. I can't. Even if I had a staff that's with 30 people or more, I still couldn't do every news story. We're human beings. We're limited. Now, if I bring more people in, sure, I can do more. But we need all of you to get involved. It may not be for you to be a news person or some sort of podcaster that's putting out the message. Some of you need to go in your local communities and do different things. And understand we all have roles to play. Black Champ, thanks for supporting. We all have a role to play. The media people are the people that bring you the information. You may be the activists that take that information and act on it in the local communities. We don't need our news people being the activists. We don't need our activists being the news people. Let's play our role. Let's play our part. We can assist the activists. We can assist the news people if that's not our thing. But hey, let's do what we have to do. We need people to teach certain things in the community that's been lost. We need that. We need all kind of things. We need people that teach trades. We need all kind of things in the community that's going to make it viable and right again. But what we're saying about media is a very important. There is a propaganda war going on in America. You know why people, when we go throughout the world and people look at us as, oh, we gang members, or they think we all rappers? Because we at one point in time didn't have no ability to push back against white supremacist propaganda against the black man and black woman of America. Now we have time and we have the ability to push back. Now we can show it's a lie. And that's why it has greatly diminished, and a lot of the stroke has been taken from the white supremacist media. Listen, they had to cheat, because even on YouTube they're cheating, because they're cheating, allowing to come out reputable news sources for their videos to be at the top over independent, because they couldn't even compete, and they still can't compete even being pushed to the top. See, what you have to understand is we have to have a divorce from that mainstream corporate media. We need a divorce from them. I mean, they don't give you no news. They talk about stupidity. They lie all the time on people. They lie about us. They propagandize black folk. Why are we watching that? Only time you should be watching that is unless you're assessing things to see what they're lying about today. So let's see what they're lying about today, and let's see if we need to debunk it. Propaganda is a serious thing. We are in a propaganda war. That's why on my Twitter I say I'm a general in a propaganda war, because it is a war for information in America and throughout the world. You understand? Thank you, Nancy, for supporting the show. They lie on top of lie. Like I say, I don't agree with everything Donald Trump say or do, but the greatest thing Donald Trump has ever said was they are fake news, and that is the truth. They are 100% fake news, and they white supremacist news. All those images about black people or this, black people that, it comes from them. Well, I'm afraid of black Americans. Why are you afraid of us? You ain't been around us. Because y'all lying. That's why even media in the continent is important. BBC have a thing called BBC Africa. When I was over there at CNN International, they make sure to keep putting the propaganda even on the continent. And BBC Africa is the worst thing I've ever seen. They show the worst of the worst about Africa on BBC Africa. So even the European white supremacists, they're making sure to demonize the continent. This is why we got to have a African Diaspora news channel studio on the continent so we can get rid of all that propaganda that they're putting out there. They don't want us to connect. They don't want us to have nothing here. They don't want them to have anything. That's why their country is in the shambles. There's some of it in economically because they did it. They sabotaged us. They sabotaged them. Then they got go along to get along, boot licking, shoe shining Negroes. That's their leaders to go along with it for a couple of pennies. That's why they come over here like that. But it all sends us back to the white supremacists. In this decade, what I told you guys before, taking our culture back, taking everything back that belongs to us. That means media. That means our culture. That means anything that we have. We need taking it back. We're not asking you for it. We're taking it back. And how you take it back is getting involved in doing the things that we should be doing as our stuff. That's why when I had spoke about, hey, we got news. Now we got an entertainment channel. Some people say, what are you doing entertainment? What are you doing celebrity? I'm taking our culture back. I'm taking it back. Yes, I'm going to do entertainment. Yes, I'm going to do all kinds of things I discussed in our member video. If you're not a YouTube channel member, well, some of you are now, go watch the January update. I'm telling you exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm getting involved in everything that I can in the black space. This is our stuff. And here in a few days, you're going to find out something else going on the entertainment channel. And I'm kind of glad something that's going to happen. But hey, some things going to change there too. But until then, I'm going to be like an apostle. I'm going to build it up, get it set up, put people in place, move on to the next thing we need to do. And keep doing that. Because I understand the importance of black media. Bob Johnson, the original BET, was an awesome thing for us. Because Bob Johnson understood we needed not only the video soul and Bobby Jones gospel, we needed everything. Teen Summit, all kind of things that, Caribbean jams and all kind of things that we had over there. Viacom took it. The first thing they got rid of, BET News, the 106 in Parks, the Teen Summit. They got rid of all the things that we enjoyed. You look at people like Vlad TV, I talked about that. We can't get mad at Vlad TV and call him a culture vulture as I really start to think about it. He just sat there. He paid people money for interviews. And now his platform is where he makes all his money off of black people. He don't put himself in anything. He not even on camera. Can we get mad at Vlad TV? No, we are the ones supposed to be doing that. We the ones supposed to be getting those interviews. And yes, I say it right now. Any rapper that want to come interview on our entertainment channel, anyone that's doing R&B, anyone that's doing comedy or anything related to entertainment, if you got a story, reach out to us. We will interview you. Yes, we will. I'm putting it out there. You can go tell them I said it. It's time to take our culture back. Our black media belongs to black media. Same thing with the beauty industry. How is you let Koreans own that? No, you need to take that back. That's yours, black man. That's yours, black woman. Especially the black woman. That belongs to you. All these black women got these business degrees and you're not using it with the hair care industry, and you say, well, they lock us out. Forget them. Create new products. And we got to start supporting. Sure, I want to come out with some a beard oil. I want to come out with that. I'm not going to beg these people to be a part of their products. Let's create my own beard oil. Brothers use beard oil all the time. We got to start monetizing things that we're doing. It's not going to be easy to do any of that. Whether it's media taking over the haircut. But see, the thing is, the same thing with those beauty supply. It's mostly supported by the women. The women can shut that down anytime they can get ready to. They just have to come together in one accord and shut it down. They say, we ain't buying nothing from y'all. We buying it from this one and that one. Will it take a sacrifice? Yes, it will take a sacrifice. But there's a lot of black women that's making hair care products, natural hair care products, and they're out there selling it. You don't have to buy nothing from these people. Like you said, they're sending their kids to Ivy League schools. Some of their kids don't even like us like that. Some of them don't like us like that. Well, obviously some of them don't like us. They'll be beating our behinds in the stores. And yet we keep going back. No, it's time for black people to take back the black beauty industry, black media, black sports. We need to take that back. These black men, eventually we got to start putting pressure on those sports players and say, how is it you don't run the league? You have no control of the NBA, nothing. You have no control. The coaches are predominantly black, none of that. We need to do travel. We need to do all kinds of things out here that we need to do. And we need to support each other. Okay, you say Taraji P. Henson came out with something. You say, talking about, listen, I only use African black soap. So whoever's selling African black soap and it's a good product, I'll buy it from you. I don't touch nothing else but African black soap. That's the only thing I use. Once I got a hold of African black soap, you say, I don't touch nothing else. You can keep your Suave. You can keep whatever else. Give me my African black soap. That's what I need. I need my African black soap lotion too. Because, you know, a brother like me, got to ask us dark-skinned brothers, you know, we can't be ashy. Can't be ashy. Because you know ashiness come along with us being dark-skinned. But I got to get my African black soap. People are selling it on the continent, shea butter, whatever. I need it. I gotta have it. I don't fool these folks what they got going on. You making natural cocoa butter with a lotion, and you know how to make that? I'm good with that too. Yeah, beard oil. Yeah, beard oil, man. Beard oil is where it's at. You say Ashy class. Hey, yeah, Ashy the classy. There you go. Don't want to be ashy. It's not a good look to be ashy. You say ashiness is next to godliness. Nah, ashiness is next to dustiness. So you can't do that. Don't want no ashy elbows, no ashy knees, ashy knuckles. You out here looking like somebody hit you with a bag of flour. I mean, you better put on some lotion. And this is the secret about lotion. If you don't know the secret of lotion, after you take you a shower and dry yourself off, put on your lotion while your pores are still open. It soaks in more of the moisture, so you don't be ashy. Because you let yourself completely dry and put on the lotion, it don't soak in as much. Once you learn that secret right there, you're good. I use lotion, but African black soap lotion. I gotta have lotion. I gotta have it. I gotta use my shea butter hairspray that I have, so my hair don't be all looking ashy. Cause that can look that way too. African Superstar, you there? Shout out to African Superstar over there. She rocking over there. Y'all make sure to go subscribe to African Superstar. Oh, put that lotion on their feet? Yep. Oh, okay. So the sister say put some lotion on y'all feet. Y'all, oh man, I gotta talk about that. I'm talking about everybody on the feet. Put some lotion on your feet, brothers. Put some lotion on your feet. And I'm gonna say something else on behalf of the women. It's okay for black men to get pedicures. I'll repeat again. It's okay for a black man to get pedicures. You want to lay in the bed with a woman with some old sandpaper feet. That woman want to feel your sandpaper feet, my dude. Get you a pedicure. There's nothing wrong with that. They don't put no nail polish on you or anything. They'll get that cheese grater out and scrape your feet of all that old nasty dead skin you have. Get you a pedicure. I'm telling you, the women don't like to feel your sandpaper feet, brothers. Take care of it. Don't have your toenails looking like gargoyles out here. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I'm going to tell you a pet peeve I have about women. Women used to do pretty good with their pedicures. But don't y'all be wearing open-toe shoes without no nail polish on. I think that is so unkept. I'm texting a lot of men feel like me. So if you don't wear open-toe shoes, I don't care if it's little nail polish you got in your house. Put it on your toes. It looks so weird that you walking around with no nail polish, no toenail polish, and open-toe shoes. I'm just saying. See, I believe that women should be extremely feminine. I'm not with that masculinity from no woman. The women that's extreme. That's why I encourage, like my wife, yes, go get your nails done, go get your feet done. I will never argue with you. I'll never argue with her about going to her hairstylist and getting her hair done. I don't argue with that. Because I'm a firm believer of your woman is a reflection of you. So please go get what you got done. Because I'm just like that. And I think any man would think that way. Well, I don't know. Some of these men these days think a little certain way. So I don't know. But I'm kind of old school. You say you don't have time. Look, if you get your pedicure, let me talk about that. Now here we go. If you get your pedicure and they do your nail polish, I don't know, put on what's them things called, the shellac nails or the shellac, or whatever they call it, the one that don't come off. Put them on. Well, they last you about 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks or so. Go get your pedicure some do it every week, every 2 weeks. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to worry about your feet. Okay, some of you use the gel. Okay, some use shellac, some use gel, but you can do it once a week, every 2 weeks. Nobody been saying anything about masculine. See, you know, I'll laugh. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. O'Shea was talking about how black folks don't listen. And it's not just black folks. I see people on the internet just in general don't listen sometimes. You clearly saying something that's not what you said, but they take it somewhere else. You say you put Vaseline on your feet? Oh, wow. Okay. No, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself. No. Look, if you work, let me tell you something. 2 things you need to have in your life that's important. You always need to have comfortable work shoes and a comfortable bed, because that's what you're going to spend the most time in. Your bed and your work shoes. So if anything else, please have comfortable work shoes and a comfortable bed. Spend money on a good mattress. You need that. That's how you recover. Some men don't know how to do all that with their feet, so just go get you a pedicure. Nothing wrong with that. They got people that do it all the time. It's not that expensive. If you work, go ahead and get it. I'm just saying, because women don't want to feel your sandpaper feet. They don't. Their feet could be done. Their feet all done and nice, and here you come scraping their skin off with your sandpaper feet. You know, like I said, I was raised a certain way. Hygiene. Yeah, you said, okay, hold on, back up. Michelle Williams. Comment section way off subject. We already talked about the subject matter. And I'm about to wrap this up anyway, because I'll go no more than an hour. Rewind it if you want to talk about the original topic. I'm just talking about my people over here. Michelle. Oh, they're trying to come in here and stop acting like the colonizer. Trying to colonize what we talking about. I don't go on your channel to colonize what you talking about. I ain't trying to colonize. Why you ain't talking about this? Because maybe I don't want to, man or lady. No, you are a species. I'm a human being. Just make sure I put that out there, sir. I'm not a species. I'm a human being. You're a species? Cool. Be a species. Oh, yeah, Patricia, you know I ain't lying. Patricia, you know I ain't lying. You had some man around you at one point in time that had sandpaper feet. You know it. You know I'm telling the truth. Well, now you say a man needs to be able to cook and clean. I'm old school. Of course, a man, you know how to clean, but I'm way old school. Women, you know how to cook. And I'm going to tell you why. They put so much GMO. They put so much horrible things in our food. And sometimes you don't have money for a restaurant. Yeah, women, you know how to cook. I believe a man should go bring home the bacon and a woman cook it. Of course, we don't eat bacon, but it's the same. A man buys a home, a woman makes it a home. That's the way I believe, and that's the way I operate. If a woman can't cook, I ain't gonna be with you. That's how I've always been. If I gotta cook all the food, what's the point? You can learn if you don't know. I bet well, my grandmother was always cooking all the time. Great grandmother. My grandfather didn't get in there no cook. All the time they cook unless her grandmother was gone. And shoot, I ain't gonna lie, in my house, it's like that. My wife do all the cooking. Only time I cook unless she gone or she sick. The first time me and my wife was dating, she made me some food and said, oh shoot. Because the way to most man's heart is through the stomach. Now right now I'm taking care of myself, you know, and doing some things. And if you go to that members video for new members, you'll hear exactly what I'm doing to take care of myself, you know, with the Minister of Wellness. But women need to know how to cook. I believe that. I believe women need to cook, clean, take care of the kids. Men need to work, pay all the bills, provide a house, provide cars. Men supposed to do all that by themselves. And let women be women. If they want to work, they can, but I prefer a woman to have a business if she chooses to. I want women who work because they want to and not because they have to, are the happiest women. Say, I don't have to work this job. I just quit. My husband take care of me. Women love that. They love it. Trust me, they love it. They tell all their friends, yes, I ain't got to be here. My man take care of me. They love that. Women, isn't that true? I've seen women up here agreeing with that. No one won't be out here slaving to pay no bills. That's what a man's supposed to do. But that's a whole different topic. But guys, I went over time. Thank you for being here. If you don't know what we're talking about, rewind it. And you can hear what we talked about originally. But I'm gonna be kind of doing some things. So probably gonna do a few live streams for me because I'll be moving around here the next 2 days, doing some things. But thank you for listening, and see you